Greetings, beloved. I'm Dr. Felicia LaVoy, lead pastor and life coach at the historic First United Methodist Church in downtown Elgin, Illinois, with another motivational moment from the Bible. These motivational moments are designed to help you take what you hear in church on Sunday, what you may learn in Sunday school, what you may watch on TV, or even read during your private Bible time, to take those biblical concepts and to make them a part of your everyday life. This week, I want to focus on this idea: tacos aren't only for Tuesday. Tacos aren't only for Tuesday. All right. I know some of you all are asking, Pastor Felicia, what does tacos have to do with the Bible? I'm so glad that you asked. Let's talk a little bit about Taco Tuesday. For most people, if we say we're doing Taco Tuesday, what it means is that there'll be a simple meal prepared. There'll be all kinds of fixings. Everybody can get whatever it is that they like. And usually because of the simplicity of the meal, lots of conversation happens on Taco Tuesday, right? Because no one's really scrambled home to fix dinner or to make something really hard, because Taco Tuesday doesn't take long to do it all. And not only do we have Taco Tuesday at home, we have Taco Tuesday at some restaurants, right? Tacos may only be $1, 50 cents, something really cheap to get folks in there. Beers at a regular price or a reasonable price. Sodas at a regular or reasonable price. It's a way to bring folks in. And if you go anywhere on Taco Tuesday, one of the things that you will find is that the conversation is free form and flowing. There's lots of laughter usually on Taco Tuesday. There's all kinds of people in the joint on Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday, the simplicity and the low cost of the meal, and the fact it doesn't take a long time to prepare, creates an atmosphere for conversation. Creates an atmosphere for folks to kind of pick their own pickings, right? Like, do you want onion, tomato, sour cream, lettuce, whatever you like, it's up to you, because there's a simplicity in the meal. Beloved, if you have been following along with us at First United Methodist Church, you will know that we are in the middle of a series to prepare us to live into the vision that God has for us. Gil Rendell argues that if we're going to do that as a church, then we have to have a vision. We have to know what's our identity, what's our purpose, and who's our neighbor. Did you get that? What's our identity? What's our purpose? And who's our neighbor? Now, our purpose is defined by God. And really, it's pretty simple. Love God and love your neighbor as yourself. Our identity is about not our roles, but who has God created and made us to be? What has He given us in terms of gifts and things like that to allow us to glorify Him by serving the people that He calls us to? Now, the hard part is, who's my neighbor? If you look all throughout the Gospels, and especially the book of Acts, one thing that the disciples do often, and one thing that Jesus does often, is table fellowship. He's eating with all kind of folks. Matter of fact, that's what gets Jesus in trouble. When the people make commentary about Him, when they slander Him, there are two comments that they usually make about Jesus. One is that they say He's a glutton and a wine bibber. What it means is that He eats as much as He can, and He eats with flourish. And then they say He eats with people that, those people, disrespectable people, they call Him a wine bibber because Jesus always has some wine. They also say that Jesus doesn't understand the rules about eating. There's one time in the Gospels where the disciples are walking through and they are really hungry, and they start eating the grain of the wheat right off of the stem in the field. And people can't believe it because you're supposed to wash your hands. And Jesus is trying to explain to people, you go through all these rituals, and it's not what is outside that defiles a person. It's what's inside. Jesus was so concerned about table fellowship, it was the last thing that he left us. Actually, it was one of two last things, right? Here is this bread and this wine. Do this as often as you drink it in remembrance of me. And where Christians have made this some big thing, communion and Eucharist and all of those other things, for the people of Jesus's day, bread and wine were as common as tacos. The disciples pick up this same idea around table fellowship. In Acts 2, towards the end of the chapter, if you start around verse 42, it talks about how the disciples of the first church tried to do everything that they could to come together and to be as one. And one of the things that it says that they shared meals. They shared meals. They had maybe not Taco Tuesday, maybe fish, bread, maybe fish Taco Tuesday. I don't know. It's not important. But what they did is they shared meals. And we know from Acts chapter 6 that they shared meals with people who had very little. They were neighborly because they gave to anyone who had need. And not only did they just give to people and send them on, they invited people to a table fellowship. And in doing so, they loved their neighbors. Beloved, I pray that you'll stick around and see how one family transformed Taco Tuesday into breakfast tacos and got a chance to meet their neighbors and open the door just to love them. Beloved, this week, think about something that you can do to love your neighbor as you love yourself. And if you can't think of something big, remember, tacos don't cost much. Hot dogs don't cost much. Pray, ask God, what can you do? But stick around and catch this video about breakfast tacos. Beloved, I am Dr. Felicia LeBoy, lead pastor and life coach at the historic First United Methodist Church with another motivational moment from the Bible. Be blessed, and I will see you here next week.
I guess you could say that my family and my husband and I are homebodies. We don't do a whole lot. We go to work, come home, have dinner, get ready for school, get ready for work the next day, go to bed and do it all over again. We kind of just stick to ourselves. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Good. Ven. How was school, baby? Good. Well, some people can say we don't have a lot of people in our circle. We just don't really even have a circle. It's just kind of our family. We've been living here for 2 months now. My husband's name is Omar. We've been married for 6 years. We have a daughter. Her name's Mercedes. I don't know a whole lot about the neighborhood. We don't know anybody that lives around us. We haven't introduced ourselves. We've seen the neighbors. I can tell you, I know that there's 3 other families that live in the same fourplex. But apart from that, I don't know any of my neighbors. One of the reasons is fear of rejection. It is awkward, stepping out of your comfort zone. You're not sure how people are going to react. At my church recently, we've been talking about how God wants us to love our neighbor, and I've been thinking about that. I've been praying about it. In prayer, I found peace and some comfort. I think it's a step of faith, on my part to let myself grow. Just go out and do it. So our homeowners association sent out a newsletter that we're having a community garage sale. Good morning. So we decided to make some breakfast tacos and hand them out. Give them a taco, introduce ourselves, let them know who we are, how long we lived here, and see if maybe we can establish or build a relationship with them. I am surprised that I'm not nervous because it's not something that I would see myself doing that I thought I wanted to do or that I would want to do, and I'm doing it. I wouldn't have done this a year ago. Without a doubt, I wouldn't have done it. Hi, good morning.
Omar, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Tanya.
We're
Is this your
taking
garage
out-
sale?
Yeah.
Y'all have got quite a bit of stuff. Wow.
We're still taking it out.
Okay. Well, we wanted to come by and introduce ourselves. Take advantage of the
Yeah.
community garage sale, and wanted to bring you guys some breakfast tacos.
Oh my goodness,
Okay.
look at you. Did you
Yeah.
make these?
I did. They're
what
still
kind?
they're still warm. I didn't label them, but
What kind of them?
I think it's important for us to love our neighbors because that's what, God's created us to do. It pleases God.
Maricela, did you meet them? They live down the road.
Hi, Marisela.
Yeah.
Tania Álvarez. Nice to
Mucho
meet you.
gusto.
Igualmente. Gracias.
Yeah.
If you make friendships or relationships, build relationships, trust comes in, love comes in. Only God knows what will develop and how far, it will flourish. I mean, we could potentially be making lifelong friends. Bye. It was nice meeting you guys. Bye, Marisela. Bye. It wasn't scary. It was nice. It was easier than it was initially. How I was going to approach them, what was I going to say, it just came naturally. Initially it was scary. Now it's becoming more natural and normal.